Hello, everyone, and welcome to the LEP Frequency Toolbox program. I am your host, Dr. Phenomena, and today's segment is dedicated to how to use the LEP Frequency Tool to release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. If you had not caught my earlier segments, please do so. Each segment should be watched in numerical order as you are learning how to use energy, how to work specifically with the LEP frequency tool to really create not only the life that you want to live, but the future that you want to face. The LEP frequency tool shows you how to identify your personal vibrational frequencies in the emotional, mental, physical, spiritual properties and consciousness field so that you can increase your energy and your power, increase your vibration in each one of those consciousness fields. If you can vibrate higher in your mental, emotional, physical, and sensory and spiritual consciousness levels, you have an expanded consciousness and you will have solutions come to you. You will have doors opening to you as opposed doors closing when you are seeking opportunities. You can manifest desires in your thoughts and bring them into your physical realities, because that is what working with energy is all about. This is the law of physics. This is how the world was created. It was created through energy. It was created through the cognitive processes of the mental and thoughts and the images that you are planting in your mind. That is where your consciousness originates in terms of what you want to create for yourself. If you can think it, you can achieve it. So by creating the right thoughts in your mind to fulfill your desires and supporting them with the right images and connecting them with your feelings, your mental consciousness, that not only you can do it, but that you will do it. This is how thoughts really manifest in your consciousness. And those desires, those thoughts turn into desires that manifest into your physical realities because you had learned how to use the mental and emotional energies. Okay? So if you have not already purchased the book, please do so at www.lepeducation.com. You can also find me on Podbean Podcast under Dr. Phenomena. And of course, click like and subscribe on all of the segments. They are very useful and very beneficial. And again, please buy the book and identify where you are vibrating at the current moment because of the law of attraction and the law of vibration. No, where you are vibrating is exactly what you are going to attract to you. So if you want a better future, you need to be able to attract better things to you. And the book will show you in specific ways how to do that in every consciousness field, in your mental fields, in your emotional fields, how you can bring that forth into your physical realities. So please purchase the book, again, www.lepeducation.com, and ensure that you start working with energy and using the LEP frequency tool to start creating the future that you want to face. So part of the LEP frequency tool is the lack and survival consciousness, which is really the lowest energy on the planet, where the majority of humanity move because so many problems overwhelm people. You know, whether it's relationships or money or, health issues. There are so many challenging aspects to life between career aspects and realism and just holding on to healthy relationships and not only that, but existing within that environment and within yourself with always the hope and the dreams that you will create the future that you want to face. But in order to do that, first you have to clear yourself of some baggage and move into higher consciousness. So today's topic is all about releasing anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind, because you need to release the baggage. You need to prepare yourself for incoming higher energies. If you want to use the LEP frequency tool to manifest your desires into your physical reality, you need a clean slate. You need to be able to vibrate at a higher energy, and thus you need to identify. So please buy the book, watch the segments to see if you are in fact vibrating in a lack and survival consciousness. All right. And for all of you who are, please ensure that you take the steps necessary to raise your consciousness level. For all of you who are vibrating in the higher energy consciousness fields of dedication, absorption, or the connection consciousness field, as the book explains in detail, that's wonderful. But even in those times, anger and unforgiveness, resentment and guilt may actually attach itself to you. Even when you are vibrating very high, life has a way of presenting you a challenge, because it's actually challenging you to see how you are reacting as opposed to responding to the negative or discordant energies around you. So let's say that you are vibrating in a higher energy and you do have this challenge of maybe, some anger towards someone, or unforgiveness that you are still holding on to. You need to be able to, in order to release that, you actually have to have your thoughts and emotions healthy. Because in order to receive higher energies, you need to release lower energies to make space for the higher energies, because that will open you up to greater higher energies, which attract love, abundance, prosperity, health, because like attracts like. Again, basic law of physics. Go back and watch my segments. It's how we live. It's how the world operates. Basic law of physics, like attracts like. So if you can get yourself out of the place of anger and unforgiveness and release that, you definitely can start vibrating higher. But I mean, there's a lot to releasing it. You don't just say to yourself, okay, I'm just going to release it today and it's gone. And I'll get into that a little bit deeper. Because in the segment, and also the book explains in great detail the process of what you have to do in order to ensure that you are completely cleared of all discordant energies. And that includes regret, guilt over things, unforgiveness towards yourself or others, and really, held on to resentment. And some of it really is, passive aggressive. So ensure that you dig deep. Part of these segments are really created not only in support of the book to explain the material, but so that you can start visualizing and addressing these things. Whenever you're watching these segments, grab a pen, and paper and start making notes, because it's so important that you take some of this information and start using it to release, the lack and survival energies, because it all starts with removing them from your thoughts and images. Because if you can remove those discordant images by forgiving yourself for these lapses, you can actually replace them with higher energies, which is going to be supported with a higher feelings. And you can now move confidently in the direction of your dreams. Using creative visualization really, really helps. And really the supplement too in the book, talks all about that, how you can actually eliminate anger and resentment, unforgiveness from your mind and heart, to completely clear your molecular structure of all of these lower energies so that you can start vibrating higher. I think it is supplement too for those of you who have the book already. Please try that. Please try that, because it shows you exactly how to eradicate all thoughts of unforgiveness towards yourself or others, and releasing anger. Try it. It gives you specific instructions as to how to use the violet energies of the violet flame, really to eradicate all anger and unforgiveness, from your heart, mind, and soul, by seeing it melt. One of the exercises is so beautiful. And I forget which one it is in the book, but it's so beautiful because you actually can take the violet energy through creative visualization. You can take any discord, any negative, discordant feeling of unforgiveness towards yourself and others, any guilt or regret that you're holding on to, and use this violet energy. The book explains in detail how you can take it through creative visualization, and use it to melt that discord in its beautiful violet energy flames. Feel it. Feel as the energy is being released. It is being eliminated completely. It is melted in the violet energies, in the violet flame, and you are no longer feeling unforgiveness towards yourself or others. You are now wiped clean. You are now vibrating lighter and higher because you have released the baggage. So see it in your mind, feel it, use the violet flame according to the book. Use the violet energy. It's so effective. It's so effective. And you have to do that in order to start vibrating higher. Anger and unforgiveness are like weights that hold you down, at the bottom of a lake or the ocean. You can just see the light penetrating, through the water, through the deep water, even though it's murky and you're surrounded by lack and survival energies, but you see the sunlight, you see the radiance. And that's what the brilliant violet light does. It takes that regret, that unforgiveness, and it releases it. It releases it by transmuting it to positive, higher vibration. In other words, it takes that discord, whatever it was, and now it ensures that only good comes of it. No matter what happened, only good will come of that situation. You will be released from that discord by using this energy. Okay, by using this energy according to instruction, you'll be released from it. Okay, because don't forget, energy cannot be destroyed. Any missteps or misdeeds that you have made, okay, they are registered. Okay, they're registered in a space of time. Okay, you can't change that. But what you can change is the shape of that energy. So you can't destroy it, but you can change the shape, and that's what the violet energy does. The violet energy takes the shape of something negative and discordant, okay, and changes it for something great to come out of it. Not only in terms of you being released and having higher thoughts, images, and feelings about yourself in the situation, understanding that you're a human being and you will make mistakes, but now you're vibrating high, you've learned from them. Okay, you've learned from them and you expanded your consciousness. And because you've expanded your consciousness by learning from them, okay, now you're vibrating higher and attracting better things to you, better situations, better people. And you will find that not only are you more forgiving and patient and accepting and non-judgmental, people will now become less critical of you, less judgmental of you, much more accepting of you, more loving towards you. Because you are now becoming more loving towards them because you've released the energies of unforgiveness and anger that might have been pent up. And now it's all transmuted for the positive. So the missteps and the misdeeds will be corrected. And in the future, you will see that when you see these people, these situations arise, they will be handled from a completely different perspective through healing properties, because that's one of the most key elements of the violet energy, not only for manifestation, to be able to use creative visualization from your thoughts and bring those thoughts into physical reality, into your future, your present reality. It also heals. It heals anger, resentment, guilt, bitterness. So do use it, absolutely. Absolutely. And be extra sensitive at this time to yourself when you're using the energies of the violet flame, and when you are purging yourself and releasing from anger and unforgiveness and all these negative, discordant energies that are holding you back. This is not the time to beat yourself up. The energies of emotions at this time really need to be more. You need to be more nurturing towards them. Be extra sensitive to them. It's not the time to relive the past and see how you could have done differently. Okay, it really isn't. This is the point of closure. Okay, closure to all that happened. You understand that you played a role in all of that. You are accepting of the situation, but now you have working with the energy through the LEP Frequency Tool. And again, if you have not purchased the book, please do so. www.lepeducation.com. It will be invaluable to you into how to raise your vibrational frequency so that you can start using this energy, so that you can get closure to everything discordant that happened in your life. You can learn how to not only manifest what you want to see in your life and the future that you want to face, but transmute negative things into positive. Sometimes as they happen or right after they happen, decreasing the intensity of that energy when it comes back to you. Because when you're vibrating higher and you're working with discordant energy, you're catching yourself more because you become more patient. Okay, and you will find that you're clearing things up a lot faster in a positive, collaborative way, in a loving way. So the positive thoughts and images are more loving when you are accepting, and they will become more responsive to you in just that way. So honor yourself and your feelings at this time. Be gentle with yourself. Even though you feel that you have done something wrong, advertently or inadvertently, or something was done to you, release all that. It's time to move out of the lack and survival energies, release anger, unforgiveness, regret, guilt, whatever, and move into higher energies. Surround yourself with people, situations, environments, and setting that reflect the higher version of you, the freer version of you. Okay? The version that is now ready to start anew in this higher energy. So thank you so much for watching. Release all anger, resentment, guilt, and regret. Live in a higher energies, and may only good come to you. Please click like and subscribe and watch all the other videos. There's such benefit to you. Take care.